Hi, my name is John Porter. My story with Solve started about the time Solve was founded, back in the early 1970s. When I was a kid, we were presented with the opportunity to enter poster contests, and if I recall correctly, and it's been a long time ago, but if I recall correctly, we were working on the initial design of the Solve logo, and school kids in our area, and I assume around the state, were asked to offer up their designs, in this contest. And I don't even really remember what I drew. I just remember drawing something and turning it in. I didn't win, is what I remember, but it was a great experience. It was great. It introduced me to Solve as an organization. Solve helps not only young people, also people of all ages, but especially young people, develop an appreciation for their responsibility in taking care of the state of Oregon.
I'm Jim Hartman, and I teach environmental science at Westland High School. One year, one of my students found Solve actually looking for a project to do something with. Basically what Solve does is partner us as a team to go do some improvement, some ecological restoration. So now we had kids learning that people have done a lot of things to wreck the ecosystems, but then they could go and in a hands-on, real way make an impact to make things better. And that has been very powerful. And Sam Neverick is a great example of that.
Every month or so, we'd go out with Solve's Green Team for the education program. It was more rewarding than I thought it would be, and going from there, that was only a semester-long class, and the minute that class ended, I was hooked. I wake up in the morning and the first thing I want to do is crack open a field ecology book or environmental science book or something and just be get my fulfillment for the day. I'd even go to parks once a week, being okay, gotta stay up on the birds and the plants and gotta keep identifying everything.
We're all collectively responsible for the physical condition of our state, and I think Solve, more than probably any other organization, shows that those responsibilities might look differently from place to place, from community to community, but the same sense of responsibility is there.
Solve helps train volunteers. They help people like Sam reach their goals and realize their dreams. These young adults are the stewards of Oregon's lands tomorrow. And I think the real thing about Solve is that it is a statewide organization. It's been in business for 45 years, reaches across party lines, is non-controversial, and really gets things done for Oregon. So
now I'm at Portland Community College. I'm finishing my last year there, and then I'm transferring to Portland State, and I'm going to be an environmental studies major. Then I'm going to probably take a year off, and I want to do some full-time volunteer work, and then I want to go back for my teaching master's. My ultimate goal would be so great if I could be an environmental science teacher. Be even better if I could somehow teach with Bingham and Hartman again at some point down the road. I want to just combine all of my passions and just make it my ultimate life goal forever, just to do it all the time, always be out in the field, always be teaching kids.
It's pretty obvious the benefit that a volunteer receives. I think that the knowledge that you've helped, say, clean the beaches or restore a waterway or what have you, that I think there's a pretty direct benefit. I think parents can teach their children a lot about civic responsibility through an organization such as Solve.
I think there's something really empowering for kids. They're leaving a mark in the world that they can come back to, sometimes even the same year, sometimes many years later, and say, look at what we did to make this better.
You don't get any real gratification out of it without being able to see what you're doing hands-on and going out every single month. You're oh, that I planted that exact native, and a month later, look how good it's doing, and being able to go back again and again and say when you're in your 30s, you did that in high school, and you come back and you have family or whatnot, and you see it still growing, and you're just wow, it made that big of a difference.